Pizik here, coming to you live on a Monday. I seem to be kind of all over the place with these videos because instead of pre-scripting, pre-writing it, pre-planning it, I've been coming on when something hits me that I want to share with you. Something that I've experienced in my own life that I think will give you value or just kind of tilt you and show you a different way to think about things. Today I want to talk about storytelling. And I want to talk about a huge mistake that I made with storytelling. Now, I've been studying for the last 2.5 years with a mentor about how to be a better speaker. Whether it's on stage, right now stages aren't happening, so it's camera, face-to-face, live video, online summits, virtual workshops. And we know that the businesses and the people that can tell their personal stories make more money, have more connection, have more conversions, get more trust, serve bigger, and really make an impact in our own life and other people's lives. So I'm not gonna spend time telling you about the power of story. You know you need to use it. You know it's important. I'm gonna tell you about what happened to me on Wednesday. I was trying out a new story because I'm a content marketer. I'm a content creator. I was asked to speak at a really large summit of over 200 people about authentic selling. And it got me kind of rumbling around and thinking about what are my stories about authenticity and what really is going to connect and land home with people. And it took me back to a story of something that happened to me when I was 11 is when some serious bullying for me started throughout my entire life. And honestly, I think I kind of tabled that and closed that, and I didn't want to go there. It was just a piece of a story that I didn't want to tell. And you'll be told by mentors, you'll be told by me, that the story that you don't want to tell is the story that you should tell. The story that has the most impact. But what I realized was when I got up to rehearse and practice and then deliver this thing in front of a group of kind of semi-strangers that I didn't know, almost like a trial run for when I tell it in this webinar, the rawness and the shame hit me right there live. And it was like opening up Pandora's box of pain that I didn't realize that I had. My face got red. After I said it, I was getting feedback from the coaches and I couldn't hear anything. Like nothing they were saying to me was coming through because I felt myself go back to that 11-year-old scared girl that got bullied and was so afraid of shame and so afraid of judgment and so afraid of what are people going to think of me that I didn't even really fully grasp the coaching. And the storytelling was not great. You know, many times when I come on, you see me and I've worked through and I've rehearsed and I've told the story and I've met with my therapist and I've worked it through and I've worked through the emotions and I'm good. So I assumed that I could just jump into this new story of pain and just tell it and get up and tell it and be cool and off and go. And I didn't realize that I had all this pain that was there that I didn't know that was there. And it cracked me wide open. I could not hold back the tears for 3 days. Pain I didn't know I had. So I want to encourage you to learn from, hey, Christy, nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. So I want to encourage you to learn from what I did. You first. If you're going to share a story, if you're going to tell something publicly, and you should, because there is power and weight in the words that you share. if you're going to share a story and you're going to share something personal and there was some pain attached to it, and I'm not saying that my pain is worse than your pain. Me being bullied could be the same kind of pain of someone being broken up with, can be the same pain of someone who was abused, could be the same pain of someone who got dumped, could be, right? There's no competition of who has the more severe pain or whose story is better. Pain is pain is pain. So whether it's something that's seemingly small or seemingly huge, there's weight and pain and emotions attached to it. You got to work through that stuff first. You got to be what's called resolved before you go and tell a story. And some of y'all listening might be like, yeah, like I know this. But some of you might be naive like me and think that when you've been doing this long enough and you've been in the game and you've been speaking and you've been on podcasts and you've been sharing and you've been going live and you've been, showing up authentically and just doing this thing, you think you're almost a little bit bulletproof and you forget that there's pain you got to work through and that maybe you're not ready to tell the story because you're not resolved. So I really encourage you that if you're working through a story or a concept or something that you want to share, talk to a therapist, talk to a healer, talk to the people that you rely on, your best friend, your husband, depending on what serves you the best. Talk to the people so that you can make sure that you're resolved before you go and take it to the world. Because I'll tell you, for me, it was like, I've never done drugs, but it was like coming out of a bad trip. I could not control my emotions. And it's like a bad hangover, like a bad trip. And I don't want that for you. Because it's why. Why would we induce that kind of pain on ourselves if we know better? So make sure that you talk to people first. And have no shame in talking to people about whatever that is. And then when you're resolved and you're ready, you can go and tell that story. I'm good. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. I'm good right now. I'm going to unpack this story that I've been working in the last couple weeks, right? I've got things booked with healers and people that are going to help me unpack some of this stuff. You don't have to do it yourself. I think the more that you give to people, the more people you need to help you give back to you, right? The yogi needs to go take a yoga class. The trainer needs to go be trained. The coach needs to be coached, right? The mindset expert needs to work with somebody about mindset. The healer needs to go and get body work and be healed. We need those same things for ourselves that we give to other people. So in order for me to show up authentically and share this really powerful story, I got to go and do the work personally before I can share it. And I learned that the hard way. So I just wanted to come on and share that with you guys because I know many of you are entrepreneurs, or many of you like Christy are just wanting to get out and just wanting to be visible and start your business and share with people who you are and what you're up to. And there's a difference from sharing a story from when you're resolved and sharing a story from when you're still in it. And when you're still in it, it's like a bad roller coaster that's whipping. It's like those old wooden rickety roller coasters, if you've ever been on one. That's just, you feel every bump and turn and twist, and it sucks. I don't want that for you. All right, guys. So that's the message that I wanted to share with you today. If you want to know more about that, or you want some deeper coaching, just shoot me an email. Lisa@lisapisa.com, or go ahead and reply here. If you felt that, if you've experienced that, if you know storytellers, share this video, right? Share it with them so they know to do the work first. All right, guys, thanks so much. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you again next time.